Hi guys, hello everyone. I hope you are doing fine from wherever you are. Here in Africa, in Kenya, we are doing fine. And if you are seeing this face for the first time, I am the countryside jewel. I do village lifestyle in Kenya, Africa, in a place called Embu County, in one of the villages in Embu County. That's where I live, and I'm accompanied by my daughter. Say hello.
Hi guys, welcome to Mom's channel. Please subscribe, share and comment and subscribe
And like.
and like.
Okay guys, that is my daughter. I am a mother. So guys, it is in the morning here in Kenya, and it rained in the at night, but now it is not raining. You know guys, here in Kenya it is the season for the rains, the long rains, and we really thank God for the rains because at least they are beautifying our environment and everything looks very green. And we are hoping to harvest and have a taste of the green things and everything. So guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel and you are seeing this face for the first time, please subscribe to my channel and like the video after watching it. And if you have a comment, you can comment down below and share. Tell a friend to tell a friend about my channel, and you'll helping my channel to grow guys. So guys, after watching the video, make sure you like the video. Most of you forget to like the video. Please guys, like the video after watching it, and if you have a comment, you can comment. And guys, today I promised you guys, after my vegetables grow, I'm going to give you a tour of how the garden has turned out, and I want to give you a very good video of how everything looks like, because you guys, you have walked with me through this journey of transforming my home since I relocated, and you have been showing me love. Thank you guys for the returning subscribers and for the new subscribers and for watching my video. I really appreciate. So guys, let me show you how the garden looks like after we planted and they have been growing. They really look good, and I'm sure very soon I'm going to be self-sufficient. We hope very soon we are going to be self-sufficient, and we are no longer going to buy the vegetables from the market and the fruits, and mostly everything that we have grown in the garden will be harvesting it whenever we like from our garden. Imagine guys, the cowpeas which I planted just the other day in one of the videos, they have started growing. I'm really impressed by our soil around here. Crops tend to grow very fast, and I'm impressed. These are the ones which we planted a long time ago, and they are so big, and very soon I think we are going to harvest some and have a taste of them. So guys, I'm going to start with the vegetables that I planted a long time ago, the ones which I started with. You know, I started with some vegetables, then later I added the rest of the vegetables, like, and others. I never planted them, I think. I don't know how they came. Yeah, but I think I bought some manure from one of my neighbors. I think the manure came with the seeds. Like this one, this terere here. I never planted it. It has planted itself, and it has been serving me so well. I'm grateful about it. Look how big it is, and I've been even removing the seeds from the upper top and replanting them in my garden. They are serving me so well. They are so big. Then these are my harrow roots. These are the first crops which I planted after relocating. And you see guys how big they look. So they look. They have been serving me. but I have not harvested them yet. I just used the leaves to cook a certain food called mukimo. It's a traditional food here in Kenya, which is very nutritious. So I've been using the leaves to cook, but I've never harvested the arrowroot. And very soon I'm going to harvest them and see how they taste. See guys, I've been plucking the leaves and cooking some mukimo with them. And guys, you remember this lemon tree, which where I stored my waste there, and then I later removed them, and this lemon tree was almost drying up, but since I removed the waste from here, the leaves have been pruning and it is showing good improvement, and I'm sure it will catch up with time, and I'll be having some lemon in my home. You know, now I just buy them, but I have hopes when this is the section with the kales, the sukuma wiki. And as you know guys, I started planting the kales with this area, and they've been growing good, and they've been serving me, and I apply some goat manure on them. You know guys, I told you guys I want to have an organic garden, and this is how the kales look like. Other people call them sukuma wiki. This is how they look like. They serve me so well here in the village. Mostly I don't buy the kales, I harvest them from my garden, and I'm grateful about it. This is one thing which grew on it is horn in between the kales. They have been serving me also. Another thing that I planted after relocating is the sugar cane. Apart from the ones which I planted just the other day, I planted others a long time ago in November after relocating. So this is how they look like. And as you know guys, and for the people who are new in my channel, in between my kitchen garden I have some banana plantation. section with some bananas, and it is in this area. We stand in the corner where you can see it in a good view. So in between my kitchen garden there is a section with some bananas. They are in 3 lines. The first one, the one at the center, and the one at the far end. So, and they go up to the far end of the kitchen garden in that end. So, and they have been giving me some fruit, but for the bananas I don't have them in this section alone. I have others around the compound so that they can give me plenty of the bananas. And to be honest, since I relocated, I've never bought a banana. I usually anytime I want a banana, there is always some to harvest, and that makes me so happy and motivates me to work harder. Let me show you another section which I started planting earlier in November, and to be honest, I wish I planted all the vegetables around that time in November when I first relocated, because for the crops which I planted on November, they are very big and they are serving me. Nowadays I harvest the vegetables and the onions from the section where I planted earlier. This is a section with the spring onions. These I planted them back November after relocating, and I do harvest onions from here. And this is a sweet potato. It is growing there, and some are hidden here in between the terere. See, there is one there. The section with the cowpeas. For these ones, I planted them even before the rains started raining, and they have been growing so fast. And imagine if I like to harvest some veggies from the cowpeas, I can harvest. They are big enough. And for this section, I planted the cowpeas late, and they are of this size. So guys, in between the mango trees, the 2 rows with the mango trees, I have planted some maize and one line of cowpeas and another line of another variety of beans. And this is how they look, and for me they look good. And there is a sugar cane there and a cassava in another corner, and some another variety of banana which I did not have in my garden. I added it there, and I think that it has been growing. I'm checking on how it is going to do, because I don't have that variety in my garden. It is my first time planting it, but so far so good. I'm impressed. It is improving so good. And for the maize, even when I relocated, the whole garden had some maize and some beans, and I harvested a few harvests, which has been pushing me. So that is how the maize looks like. So guys, for the maize, the reason why I have added some maize even at the corners of the kitchen garden, it is because it helps to protect the vegetables from pests. So that is another tip of a kitchen garden. If you like to have a successful kitchen garden, an organic one, you can plant some maize around the kitchen garden or in between the pathways that you leave, where you can pass whenever you are watering or when you are harvesting or checking on the vegetables. You can plant some maize around there or spring onion. It helps the kitchen garden, because for my garden I've never sprayed anything and the vegetables look very good. It's another time when the kales which I planted earlier had been attacked by some pests, and so someone gave me that tip of the maize. This is the section with this variety of kale. It is called Sukuma Matumbo in Kenya. And it is doing good. It's doing very good. I can't complain. And I just planted 3 rows. I was not sure if the soil here would do good with the Sukuma Matumbo. I've never seen anyone in my village planting them, so I was just testing and seeing if they are going to grow. But from my observation, they can do good. I can add them in my garden. They will serve me well. And there is this section of the spring onions. I just added the spring onions just the other day when I was transforming the kitchen garden, and I have some pumpkins around the kitchen garden. I'll be showing you guys how they look like. So guys, this is the section with the spring onions, and they are really doing good. Doing very good. And to be honest, if there is one section in my garden which is making me very happy, is this section with the kales. And guys, look how good they look. Look how good they look. They look very good and healthy. And from my observation, even next week I can harvest. And I just planted them just the other day when the rain started raining, and I never knew they are going to grow this big. I'm impressed. This section looks good and better compared to the other sections. And everything looks healthy. And there is this terere amarantha which grew on its own, and this bean and some other beans around it. Remove the beans. As I was removing the weeds, I left the beans there because they are good. So guys, this is a section with terere. We call them terere here in Kenya. And I just planted a few of them, and they've been doing good. That is an advantage. Look how the leaves look big. You can even harvest them right now and go and cook. I'm very motivated. Motivation is 100% right now. and there is a pumpkin in between the terere. I just planted some pumpkins and I added these are a cabbage, guys. This was empty, and this is a cassava, and look how it is growing very fast. Then this one is sugar cane. These ones I added them just the other day, and they have started producing some new leaves, which I'm impressed. This one is another cassava. You can see it is producing some small leaves, and this one is a pumpkin. Very soon we are going to have a lot of pumpkins in our garden. And guys, these are the kales which I replanted just the other day from the big kales, and they are growing. I am impressed by their growth. This whole section has some cabbages. Guys, you remember we also planted the cabbages after the rains. They have been growing so big, and this was my first time planting some cabbages. I'm waiting on them to grow and see how they are going to look. You know that excitement of planting something, then you have excitement of how it is going to look like. That's how the cabbages look like. Some are big, others are still small, but we were hoping for the best for the cabbages. And the section with the spinach look like that, guys. For the spinach, spinach is one plant which is hard to grow, because when you are buying the seedling, you are always told to plant the root that you have bought. If you do a mistake of planting the whole spinach, it rots. So for the spinach, for me this is a trial, very big trial. This is all they. Guys, you remember I told you that I planted some potatoes in my kitchen garden. I never did a full video planting the potatoes, but they have been growing very I would say they are growing with a high rate. And you know, for the potatoes, you have to, after planting, you have to do the mulching, and from there you'll see very good results. So guys, let me show you the section with the potatoes. It's a bit bigger compared to the smaller sections. You know, for me, I'd set some portions. If I plant some spinach in certain portion, the other I plant some kales. So the portion in the potatoes is much bigger compared to the other one. So let me show you the section with the potatoes. This whole section has potatoes from this far end up to the here. You can see the maize. So these are the potatoes look like. I've planted them in rows. They need some rows, and then you have to do mulching after planting them. Then from there they grow. So this is how they look, and I have some cassava in between there. These are tomatoes, guys. They are in rows, also some farrows. And we have a bean in there. For the beans, I'm not removing them. Let them grow. And some are here. They look healthy. And we have a pumpkin in between there. And these are the napier grass which I planted earlier before the rains. They have been pruning. And guys, we have a sugar cane in there, and you can see it is growing. And guys, you know, this is the worst weed you can find in your garden. It is a very dangerous weed. I'm going to remove it with a jembe after doing of the video. It is a very bad weed when it is around your garden. We have a pumpkin around there. You know, for the pumpkin, it just crawls. You remember the lemongrass which I planted? And when I was planting it, it was a very small one. And look how big it looks like right now, guys. It is very, very big. And from now I can be using the leaves to make my tea. I told you guys I mostly use it to make my tea. And I'm impressed by it also. It is growing with a high rate. I think the rains are boosting the crops. And under the mango trees, you know, under the mango trees, one disadvantage of having mangoes in your garden is under the mango trees, nothing grows there barely. But for me, I just added some cowpeas under the mango trees, and there are some beans which I did not plant. They fell when I was harvesting the last season. Then I left them there to grow because it is still food and I need it in my home for consumption. So guys, this is pili pili chili. I also added it in the garden just the other day. You know, I'll be needing the chili in my food. Instead of going to the market and buying, I preferred planting it, and it is doing good. And you can see, guys, these beans, it has started producing. And guys, I thought I could have a tip for someone who is starting a kitchen garden, and you can learn one or two things from me on how I managed to have such a beautiful kitchen garden. I just started the other day, but I've been having some tips which are improving the vegetables and the maize around here. So for me, first, one thing which I always make sure that I remove the weeds from the vegetables. I always make sure that the vegetables, like now, I just removed the weeds just the other day and they have started growing. The reason is because the rains are raining each and every day, so the weeds have to grow. There is no solution for the weeds. You have to remove the weeds anytime you see some weeds around your kitchen garden or your farm. So I mostly remove the weeds, and then for me, I planted the vegetables first, then later I added manure. You know, one reason why I did not plant the vegetables together with manure is because after relocating, I planted a certain variety of banana and I mixed the soil with the manure, and it really affected the growth of that banana. I was a bit disappointed, but later the banana, they were 4 bananas. They started picking up, and up to today the leaves have some patches because I added a lot of manure. And in my thoughts, I thought that having a lot of manure would make the banana to grow healthy and faster, but at the first stages of growing, the banana was highly affected. So I added the manure later after planting the vegetables and the maize. So, and it has been raining, so for me, nowadays I don't water the vegetables. We have the rains, so the rains are boosting me. So when the rains are gone, I'll be watering them. But one thing, guys, it is good to say the truth. When you want to plant the vegetables, make sure it is raining. Then after the rains, boost your vegetables. From there, you can be watering them instead of planting them when the sun is very hot. Then they end up drying up. After planting something, they really need a lot of water, like every day. And here in Africa, water is not something that you joke around with. You have to be responsible on how you use water. But for me, I think I have an option of having a lot of water. For me, I've not fetched water from. I don't have gutters around my house for collecting rainwater, and that is one thing I think will help me to have a lot of water. I think I'm going to add some gutters around the iron sheets, so I'll be harvesting rainwater, and when it is not raining, I can water the vegetables with a lot of water without minimizing. So guys, that is a tip. Plant when it is raining to make sure that the growth of the vegetables, it is boosted. Then after that, after the rains are gone, you'll be just watering them, and then you go on with life. Another thing, at least learn on the type of soil that you have. It helps a lot. And learn from neighbors. For me, I learn from neighbors which vegetable or crop which can do better in mostly for me in this area. I ask neighbors instead of planting something then later you get disappointed. It's good to learn from people. And for me, I ask questions whenever I meet someone or I see someone who has a very good kitchen garden. I ask them what is the best crop, or what can I do to make sure that my garden looks better, and they help me a lot. I told you guys, as long as you are in this world, you need people to help you in your growth. Like some advice, you can never have knowledge for everything, so asking is good. As long as you are not harming someone, it is good to ask. Me, I ask a lot, and it has helped me. And if someone tells me, if I plant something and or I see someone who has planted something which I needed to plant in my garden and it is not doing well, I just avoid it and plant the ones which are better. And it helps me even psychologically. You know, it is a very disappointing thing to plant something with all the energy. Hey, and planting is not easy. Then it dries up, it disappoints you. So it is very disappointing. So instead of getting the disappointment, it is good to us, like, but for us in our area, I think the soil you can plant anything. It is in Mount Kenya, and the soil is red volcanic soil, and most of the crops can do well here. And as you have seen from my garden, I have several crops and the fruits, and they are doing fine. Even I forgot you guys to show you a passion plant which is doing very fine. But for me, I was blessed with the seedling by one of my neighbor. It is doing fine. Let me show you guys. This is a passion plant. Just planted it the other day, and you can see it is growing so well. So and for me, if I find a neighbor who has a seedling, and I ask them if they can sell it to me, or if they give to me, it's okay. And I have one neighbor who has planted some passions, and they are doing good. I wish one day I will ask them if I can showcase to you guys how the passion is doing well. The passion is doing well, and you know, for the passion it needs something to coil around. So for them, they have put some wire mesh, and the passion is doing very fine. And even for the, you know guys, for the pumpkins, it coils around the ground. For that one, the places where I planted, it will coil around, and we are going to have the pumpkin seeds. They are very nutritious. And guys, that is the end of our video. Please guys, subscribe after watching my video. If you have not subscribed yet, like the video after watching it. You can comment down below anything that you may need me to show about the village. You know, the village has a lot of things that you can show and you can share with people. The village has a lot of things and a lot of opportunities. So guys, please subscribe after watching, and give the video a like, and if you have a comment, and share the video. Share guys. Tell a friend to tell a friend about my channel, and I'll be good here. So guys, bye for today. Let's meet tomorrow. Let's meet tomorrow guys. Bye.